welcome to Rollfair, a D&D podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. As always, we'll introduce ourselves. I am Devin, the Dungeon Master.
And I'm Ryan. I'm playing Alton, the Tiefling Warlock.
I'm Brad, playing Arden, the Wizard.
I'm Kayla, playing Kiejee, the Tabaxi Pirate.
I'm Austin, playing Sheru the Turtle.
I'm Ben, playing Raina, the Human Ranger.
I'm Asar. No! Darn it!
It's finally happened!
I'm Sarah playing Asar!
Yes. I think
Sarah the last
everybody
holdout?
now.
How did
Yeah. I
I don't think Kayla's done it either. Everyone else has.
I think I've
She
done
was
it once
close
before.
once.
One time I almost said Kiejee playing Mossy, so.
But you caught yourself. Last time, the party rescued Kiejee from her predicament of getting somewhat caught, but escaping from revealing herself, trying to pick a lock into the chambers beneath the arena. And they discussed the power of friendship in finding her. It was wonderful. And then they laid plans on how to break out whom they assume are Kaijee's crew members. And the plan at the moment is to try and break them out in transit to the arena. Rather, get the Minotaur loose. So, we are going to pick up there, where you guys are. You're just about at the time when you're supposed to show up to the arena for your own gladiator fight. But you guys are able to see these areas where the gladiator houses are. So,
While we're just sitting around waiting, Sheru's just going to be working on his scrimshaw.
okay, sounds good.
So, go ahead.
The locks are probably going to be very difficult.
I was just going to say that I can't pick a moving lock. Is there something we can do to make the lock not moving? Like
There's always a spell.
I've got Mage Hand.
But I don't have it.
I don't know if I can pick the lock with that.
I mean, I can pick the lock. I mean, if Arden makes me invisible, I'm wondering, can we like start a street fight in front of the procession or something to make the guards stop? I only need like 15 seconds to get this lock picked, but
I mean, what do you do with the drunken Rainer?
Can we like crash a wagon or something, maybe?
How much alcohol do you need, Rainer?
A lot.
I'm just looking around at the group and they're staring at me and just... I might need the alcohol later. I can probably pull off something in the meantime. Yeah, are you sure you can't pick the lock while it's moving? Is it just you haven't tried picking a moving lock?
have you
Or-
tried picking a moving lock?
I haven't tried picking any locks since I was about 14. But,
Does anyone have any acid?
I have Alchemist Fire.
Oh, God.
That probably is a bit overkill.
Forgot you had alchemist fire. Oh,
I've just got
On a
some
on
oil.
a side note,
Is there...
let's find a place that you two could potentially hide so that you can turn her invisible nearby without anyone noticing at the appropriate time.
It should be. We should be completely stealth this entire time.
So as you guys are going about doing this, you start to hear the arena grow louder and louder as it fills with people. And you hear over the din of the crowd roaring, a bellowing voice that announces, bear with me. Okay, so you hear a bellowing voice say, "I am sorry, folks, but it looks like our challengers have not come. It appears that bear with me.
Rawr.
It appears that Grisius Zorgaka has won by default, and we hope that our fighters in the next bout will be much more interesting for you. As a compensation, we will give each of you a free cup of pistachios.
I was gonna say free T-shirt. Oh.
And so you hear the audience go, "Oh!" and then, "Yeah!"
Think of this way: Grisius gets to go home to his family or whatever.
Does anybody bet against?
I mean,
Bet 10.
He bet against us. So.
Yeah, unless the bet's called off because the fight didn't happen.
Oh,
But I don't know. We can deal with that later if we're still alive to deal with that.
like 10 gold is 10 gold. We can.
Whenever it happens, let's not be anywhere near you because I said I was going to fight, and I don't want them to think that we intentionally, are robbing Merchant Kidel.
Okay, so time passes a little bit further. Another hour goes by.
Wait. Well, before we arbitrarily time
Sorry.
skip, do we have everything prepared? Do we have like the lock picking stuff? Do we have like the backup acid? Do we have what are we doing?
I don't think anyone has acid.
Or
Just
fire
have
or
of
something
course,
because
fire, but-
I just think that the locks are going to be super hard to pick. So if we can't pick it, there needs to be something else that we can do to free the thing.
Is in our
Can anyone steal a wagon and just light it on fire in the middle of the street or something to stop the procession?
Where's a wagon? Let's go to the promenade.
Just so you're aware, like from the houses here to the arena is probably like 100 yards. It's a
Right.
really short distance.
Okay, so we can see.
I mean, is there
they're
going to
coming.
be like people lined up watching the procession go into the thing, or like, is there plenty of people in the streets? Is what I'm asking.
There are people in the streets, but as time gets closer, they start to partition people away.
as the streets empty, and it gets closer to that big fight, line of oil in the path, and Shiryu starts trying to stealthily dump oil on the ground.
Make a stealth check. Make a sleight of hand check.
I don't know. You gave me one of those.
Can I
help out.
guidance him
he
without
had
people
a couple.
noticing?
You can try.
I don't like that answer. So I will give you guidance.
Oh, you needed it.
Okay.
Five.
So
I get a -1.
Well, that's
No,
sucks.
Can
jeez.
Alton do the same with his oil flask that he has?
sure, go ahead and make a stealth check
Guidance.
or a sleight of hand.
Oh yeah, natural 20, +2 from the guidance, +4 from the sleight of hand.
Okay.
So yeah,
So you start. You pour your oil, and then you see what Shrews doing, and so you kind of go over and try to start doing some of the same. As you're pouring your oil, several guards notice you, and they're like, "What are you doing?"
Oh, hi. Yes, I was doing a prayer to my
Oh,
gods.
Shrew, you're so clumsy. Let me
Go
help
ahead and
you.
make a deception check.
Let me help you clean this up.
I'm going to channel my divinity to be
Proficient.
proficient in deception.
Since I'm helping, does that help?
Come on.
No?
9.
9. Okay. Let me pull up their stats.
Where's that gel? Toss this one in there.
Okay. So they look at you and they're like,
Maybe he'll learn this lesson.
"I don't believe that is any prayer that I know of. Who's your god?"
Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh.
I've never heard of this god.
Yes, he is a very minor being from the realm of pancakes.
We're going with the plead insanity route, I see.
Well done. So these two guards come up to you, and then they motion for a few others to come over, and you see.
I start using my flint and my tinderbox to start the oil on fire.
Oh, jeez, no.
See, it's a prayer to send the smoke to the heavens and cook the pancakes.
it's just a turtle thing.
So you see several guards come over, and then you also see a very large dragonborn come over, decked out in like plate mail and everything, and you can see it looks like a blue dragonborn. Is primarily like a brown color with blue flecks and a wide face, and he looks at you. What is it you said you were doing?
Sending a prayer to the god Gilgamesh.
I've never heard of such god.
Here I am.
Oh,
Gilgamesh!
hi.
Make
Yes,
a deception check with disadvantage.
I'm even wearing blue with the Smurf thing.
Oh man. Can't take these two anyway.
What am I doing again?
Deception, disadvantage.
I am appearing as aloof
14.
as possible of all
Don't worry,
this.
Gilgamesh. Your pancakes will be ready in just a moment.
You said 14?
Yes, 14.
Okay. He looks over at you. He's very stern looking, very stoic.
Try to match his sternness.
And he looks at the guards. Take them. And do you resist?
You dare touch Gilgamesh and my powers of pancakes? The blueberries shall fall from the sky. There shall be blood and syrup in the seas.
Okay, give me 1 second. Oh, gosh. You make my job easy.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh, how are we gonna get them out of this? Oh, no. I lean back to Rainer. So it seems like we're down to party members.
How are we going to turn you invisible?
Yeah, you can't turn invisible at 5.
Do we need a distraction to try to get them out? Like we could.
So, this dragonborn pulls a huge sword off of his back, walks up to you, stares you right in the eye, and says, "You will stop, or I will cut you down here."
You could have just said you didn't like the performance. We're actors, obviously, and we just wanted to put on a show. I see you're not into that sort of thing, but I think we should
Make
go,
a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, shoot. That's not good. Saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
14.
Okay. Okay. So you just fail. And a huge gauntleted hand comes and hits you right in the jaw with a left hook. And then a knee comes up into your gut, and you fall to the ground.
Do I take damage then?
It's just like a 1 point of damage.
1 point, okay.
And the guards kind of swarm on top of you. You have several guards coming towards you. Are you resisting? Looking around, just perspective here.
How many guards are there?
In this area, there's been more and more guards coming. You're probably looking at like 30 right now.
I just withdraw into my shell.
So the guards come and pick you up by like your shell holes and drag you off towards the promenade. Same with you. You're dragged off.
So, can we use this distraction sometime?
Yeah, here's your distraction.
Yeah, you said all 30 gods were going after them. correct?
Oh no, not all 30. Just a few of them are taking them away at this point. But the guards
we
continue
now-
to grow larger
We now know the location of all the gods.
of the ones that are here.
I'm going to try to... No, never mind. I think I'm good. Nothing. I'm just dead. I'm going to die.
You're not going to die. They're going to put you into a cell for like a few hours, and if you make bail, you get out.
Yeah, it's just like disturbing the peace or public drunkenness or whatever.
Yeah.
I know all about that. I'd be surprised if they were there more than maybe a day.
Oh, we can just
Well,
pay
the
to get them
problem-
out, like, right away.
Well, hopefully. The problem is we just lost our spell. And I...
It's true.
So are we left with trying my mage hand to pick the lock?
Yeah, but they would see your mage hand.
Not if there's a big enough distraction. However, I don't think mage hands are dexterous enough to do it. No offense. Your disguise self only works on yourself, right?
Right.
You know how to pick a lock, though, don't you?
I do, but I can't go invisible.
Can't go invisible and looking like a guard.
The mage hand is
Help.
spectral. Does that mean it's invisible?
No.
No, it is not invisible.
It means
Only
it's a
a
ghost.
rogue's mage hand is invisible.
Oh, really?
All right, so we
That's
set
cool.
set the path on fire when the Minotaur comes through, right? And then in the distraction, Alton, as a god, goes up and tries to pick the lock.
Oh yeah, okay. Sure.
Because all the gods would come around. It would just...
Yeah, just swarm in to protect the Minotaur because of whatever's going on with this fire thing. And I'll get up close and just try to...
The problem
really
is you would be
carefully
surrounded
hit it.
by other gods, and they might ask you why you're messing with the lock.
Not if we're crowded in enough, then I can try to just hide what I'm doing.
That's true. And if there's enough distraction, they won't be looking inward, they'd be looking outward.
Right.
Agreed. And you also have message, so you can message the Minotaur and ask him to do a favor for us.
Maybe they are quite evil.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I'll just tell him to go play or something.
yes. More of a, here's your freedom, use it wisely.
I'm just picturing you picking his lock, say go play. It's hard to smash
me.
Yeah.
How's the aid doing? By the way.
The aid?
Yeah, that I cast. It hasn't been 16 hours since I last cast it.
Yeah, I'd say it's still up.
Okay.
For everyone or half the party.
Ours is
Just
8
half the
the
party.
Mine is 8 hours.
So Alton, Mossy, and Raynor has 5 additional hit points.
Also,
Well, I do too because of the 8 hours, right?
Has it
That
been-
that
Past
expired.
at this point.
Has it passed? Oh,
Yeah.
dang it.
Because we're like pushing like 5
Getting into the
o'clock.
evening.
Oh,
so this might work to our advantage in an odd sort of a way. One, we could leave Shadow in jail, which would probably help us.
That's not a bad idea.
Two, if it gives Alton as a guard a chance to get close, and if we can get Arden out, me invisible, or I could just go to his cell and he could cast it on me, whether or not we could get him out, as long as we could make it look good, make a distraction before we do it.
I mean, if he casts invisibility on you, you could probably get it off you're invisible, and then you just run away invisible.
Exactly.
And, they try and figure out why Gilgamesh, god of pancakes, is turning Tabaxi invisible.
That's true.
How long do we have until the procession starts?
Not long
idea.
enough, I can tell you.
No.
You can see that there are more guards pouring out of the houses, the gladiator halls.
Do we even have time to go get Arden?
And-
I think we're gonna need some. Besides this fire, though, I think we're gonna need someone to draw everyone's attention to. Like
true.
if Raynor's gonna do something as a drunk or whatever it may be in conjunction with this fire to draw everyone's attention away.
tried to make a distraction.
Yeah, I had a plan. I was thinking I could take about 30 silver, and toss it in the path in the way, and let the people handle that. It doesn't look like I'm doing anything. Maybe I could look like I get bumped or something and spills coins, and everyone goes, "Oh, coins, free money!"
And just to giving you context as to the situation, the path is growing wider as the guards push you outward, push the crowd outward, so that there's a clear path from there, from the halls to the arena, and you've probably doubled the guard at this point. So there's probably about 60 out there at this time.
Can I try to hide in the crowd real quick and
Sure.
disguise that as a guard?
Mhm.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. We'll have that.
Guidance.
I mean, best case of scenario, if we have enough time, as I'm saying, we can make me invisible. We have 2 people picking
24.
locks. We can pick the lock on the
24.
Minotaur and the lock on Spike.
You are able to disguise yourself as a guard, and it does not seem like anyone noticed.
Can Asa ascertain if it's just about ready to start?
Go ahead and make an insight check.
Wait, hold on.
With advantage.
Nice roll.
15.
15. It's pretty clear that they're getting ready. You see some wagons being pulled up to the houses, and essentially, really, this where the cages are, where the combatants are shown, and you see each combatant coming out and starting to enter into those cages.
We don't have time to get out and get invisibility.
By the way, where did they take us?
They took you to the temple.
How far is that?
That is along the promenade, about, I'd say, 100 yards away from the arena on the south side.
Okay.
I mean, Marcy could potentially just... Kiejee could potentially run over there and get it and run back. She's pretty quick.
I'm fast enough. I could try.
She could probably get there in
I
about a
mean,
minute.
the more people we have
Also
picking
don't know exactly where they took them at this point. They're out of sight.
them,
How many guards are with us?
I'd say you've probably got about 10 plus the paladin that punched him in the face.
Well, at least he pulled him away from the crowd.
Something.
There are several others.
well,
So-
the more people we have picking more locks, the better. I can run up and try.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get up in the wagon and make it look like I'm doing something normal.
Okay.
We just need a really good distraction.
Well, between the coins and the fire and the wagon,
Who's going to be lighting the fire?
Do you have a tinderbox?
Yes, I can.
Mr. Fireman.
Okay. So, you're going to try and scatter coins and light a fire. You're going to try and pick the lock.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
I can make another distraction.
we can leave a sock
I mean,
to
if
light
you
the
can
fire.
handle the fire, then I can do the coins. That way I'm not double booked on this one.
All right.
What are you doing?
I am doing calf stretches. I'm going to run in, and when Alton tries to release the Minotaur, I'm going to try to release Spike,
Okay.
and then run away as fast as possible.
Okay. Sounds good. Go ahead.
While Art and I are being transported, I want to try casting suggestion on the paladin.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Go ahead and make your attempt.
Well, that's probably not a good idea right now.
It's a wisdom saving throw, 14.
Okay.
I assure you, sir, that we meant no harm. We were just having a little bit of fun. You wouldn't take us away from being able to enjoy the sight of those mighty, fierce warriors.
Okay. Bear with me.
Rar.
What's the... Gosh. What is the save?
14, wisdom.
That is a success. Just barely, but it was a success.
I've not had a good success with that spell.
And do they know that you cast a spell?
Let's see.
Probably.
So I talked to him. It's a verbal and a material component. So talking to him is the verbal. Way blah blah blah. On a failed save, of course, action. Blah blah blah. Doesn't say necessarily.
Okay, sounds good. No worries. We'll just have them.
So it's
roll
not like charm
insight.
person.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna have you just do a deception check here with. I'm gonna just straight roll.
Okay. Not one.
Okay.
Wow.
This side of the table.
Zero.
More dice.
Zero.
No, sorry. Deception is +2. 3.
All right. So
Every roll.
the paladin looks at you,
Might have been fun.
and he says, "We'll let you out, but just not yet." Once the fighting starts, you can go in and watch.
Oh, that was gonna be my first fight.
Well, at least we'll be able to watch it.
So I'm going to need a performance check from you. Probably a stealth check from you.
Sleight of hand.
Is mine just an initiative or?
We'll get back to you. And then we're going to have a deception check from you with advantage.
Okay.
These rolls today.
I recommend acrobatics. That's what I recommend. Yes, acrobatics.
21 deception for all.
Dang.
I'm rolling great tonight.
16.
Yeah, that sounds
16, okay.
My stealth is 14.
14. Okay. I just want you all to know I was not expecting this. So this is all winging it.
Don't worry, we weren't expecting this when we came in.
We made all these plans and we threw them all out the window. Why do we even
We had
plan?
so many plans.
None of the plans worked, though.
We had 5 plans. This was not one of them.
You need an Iron Clan arena.
we went through preparations A through G, and
Well, I have spent 2 whole
Preparation
weeks
H.
preparing 2 whole weeks preparing these guards and paladins and clerics. So your plans failed because I prepared. All right, but oddly enough, didn't prepare this possibility. So you guys, you're able to get through the other guards. The carts are starting to move along. You move up to the Hanagar's cart, and you're able to get into position.
Great.
You are able to scatter the coins fairly well.
I'm basically timing it so when they get close, it would call, people would.
Yeah. So you're able to scatter some coins fairly well. You go ahead and make just a quick perception check for me.
I'm not good at that one. That's not a good one. I think that is very little. 5.
Okay. And I want you to make a perception check for me as well.
13.
13. Okay. As you are heading towards to light the fire, as things are moving along, you guys are timing this kind of in synchronization as much as possible. You notice that a couple guards start moving your way. And actually, I should actually roll before I. Yes, that is correct. And I'm going to have you make a. Oh, what are we going to have you make? This one's difficult.
Acrobatics, maybe.
I would say probably. Let's just have you make a dex check.
Just straight decks.
We'll do acrobatics. We'll give it to you.
Bless. And this
You guys are in a lot of trouble already. So
okay, and this is to get up to the cart at the moment that the fire and Rainer and all the stuff. Okay. 12.
okay. All right. So. All right. So. As you go to scatter the coins, you scatter them successfully, but you feel a gauntleted hand grab you on the back.
Of course.
As you go to do that, and you did not see it coming. You see the guards approaching. You're able to light the fire, and it kind of trails off into the path of the carts. But the guards are like running at you at this point.
Asa is going to try. Let's see. So, explain to me how the procession is. Is it lined with gods?
There's a line of guards along the crowd, and then there's probably about 10 guards per cart, plus several paladins around.
Can Because, like, my original plan with lighting that fire would be to pretend to trip and then use a cantrip to, like, as I'm getting up.
Sorry, yeah. You go ahead and make a deception check then instead of the stealth.
Your hair's just so flammable.
Yeah.
That's everything on fire.
Oh my god! That goes in dice jail!
So you,
have no
you
dice
try
left.
and be stealthy with it. You try and make a deception. They see through it.
Oh, I fell over.
And this fire gets lit,
me.
and the guards are coming at you. You might have a split.
Why were the gods coming after me in the first place? I was just some random person. Why were they looking at me?
It's noticing things going on. So they're making perception checks.
Well, yeah, but I was initially just standing there. Like,
And then she tripped.
and then I tripped.
But you lit it on fire. You threw coins
Well-
or something.
Yeah, you lit a fire.
So
Well, after I lit the fire, yeah.
Oh, well, yeah,
This is
exactly.
probably like they come after they see.
yeah, they essentially saw you do it. is
I
what's
don't know,
happening.
I just feel like they're screen looking.
Rolled! I'm trying to be fair.
The dice were
But
not
they,
with us
like, I
tonight.
noticed them looking at me before I even, like, did the action.
I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were trying to do a deception check. I had you roll the stealth. So
It's alright.
there's more. They're scanning the crowd. Saw something fishy. So
I was just standing there. I saw something fishy. I see how it is. Racist bastards.
I mean, likely.
very likely, very
wrong.
likely, and you do stand out.
Yeah.
Like a bonfire.
And you are able to get up to his cage well enough. You are able to get past the guards in the chaos that's ensuing.
I'd like jump over them and do
And
a
I'd actually
backflip, like
go ahead and actually, with what's going on over here, do your roll with advantage.
my lock picking roll,
No, your
Acrobatics.
acrobatics.
acrobatics roll.
So we'll see if you get a better roll than before.
Oh, with
You
that
already
one.
rolled one, yeah.
So roll again and see if I get a better.
Come on.
I did. That's a 15.
Okay, 15. So you're able to get past the guards and get up to Spike's cage. It's clearly Spike. And he notices you and he says, Kiejee, what are you doing? And you can go ahead and get one action to try and pick this lock. And you can also get an action to try and pick this lock.
Okay.
Come on, guys.
Do I need to do like sleight of hand or anything, or do I just get a straight walk pick roll?
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand with advantage.
Okay. Okay, because one of those was a nat 1. It's a 17 for sleight of hand.
Okay, that's fine. Now go ahead and roll your lockpick.
No, that's not very good. It's an 8.
8. Okay. So, Rainer, you have someone grabbing the back of you. You have someone. You try and pick the lock. Spike is like, Kiejee, get out of here! Get out of here! It's gonna be fine.
So I got a 10. I don't know if that does anything to block.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even ask. I apologize.
That's okay. We just heard the shit. That's
Yes.
fine.
I did hear that. You are not able to get the lock picked. And he says, get out of here. Just go. And with that, you're probably going to get one action to try and get away. You've got someone grabbing you. Are you doing anything?
I kind of just turn around to face him. And so what seems to be the problem? Do you not see I got bumped, I dropped my coin?
Make a deception check with advantage.
Not very good at these. It's 12.
Okay. He says, seems oddly convenient that all of this is happening at once.
It does. I cast Longstrider on myself and run.
It does. Bye.
Okay, go ahead and make athletics or acrobatics for me real quick.
20.
Nice.
23.
So he tries to grab onto you. You just jerk out of the way, roll away, and you're able to get away from him and start booking it. And he sends a couple of guards after you. And then you've got an action before these guards are on top of you.
Everything.
Everything went wrong.
Turn on the waterworks.
Asar, she...
Lady Cassandra.
Wait, yeah, I know. Oh, shoot. Should I go that route or somewhere else? Asar's going to say, woos, break, and take off her top.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Oh my gosh.
They're very nice.
Please tell me that buys
right.
Alton another round.
It probably will.
Another chance.
Persuasion. Where is it? My persuasion. Go down.
Spring break.
I'm going to.
Oh boy.
I'll give them a disadvantage on that too. Oh well, that works in your
With
favor.
advantage.
Oh man.
Let's see here. So that is what's 19 plus 5. So whatever that is.
Good.
24.
They roll like a 3. So they start coming at you, and then all of a sudden they just stop, and they're like slack-jawed, staring, and the fire continues to move on, and no one's making a move. You just see like a line of guards just looking, and a crowd of people just go silent. So that happens.
So that happened.
And you get one more chance at trying to pick this lock.
Okay. I wish I could do guidance, but like that takes a whole.
So
round
go
to
ahead and
do
make your
that.
roll. What are you doing?
Vault as high as I can and climb up onto the top of the cart.
Okay. You get up onto the top of the cart.
Okay. Well, that was step 1. Give me a second for step 2.
Okay. What'd you roll?
11.
Does not get
Oh
through.
my gosh.
And you see this Minotaur looking at you and very quietly just staring. And he just sits down and waits.
Come on, buddy, help me out here.
You hear him respond in kind of a broken T'Chawi. I like the fight.
Figured.
I'm setting you up for
I
a
knew
great
it.
fight out here.
I knew it.
I will be free.
Yeah, exactly.
week's
yeah, I'm
time.
playing you.
I will win.
Can I just keep trying
Sure.
to pick? I don't know how many
Well-
chances. How many?
Go ahead and make
More
another
rounds you can do.
sleight of hand.
Okay.
And what are you doing?
I don't know. Step 1 was get on top of the cart, and step 2 is just kick and scratch and bite anyone that tries to climb on top of the cart. Use the height advantage.
So
She has the high ground.
she does, but they have spears.
Oh.
It was nice knowing you.
So you see this wall of guards kind of encircle you around, spear points upward. They aren't able to necessarily to reach you easily, but they clearly have you surrounded at this point. Asar, what are you doing?
What am I doing? Spring break.
Technically, it'd be Harvest Festival.
Asa is going to try to run at this point.
Okay.
Probably good idea.
All right. So, I'm gonna just give this one to you. You're topless, and people are.
Just run.
Yes. So you go running, and everywhere you go, just people stop. People stop. They stare, and they are in awe. And you get away. You're not necessarily unnoticed by any means, but you get away. And Rainer, I imagine
I probably got away.
you've got away too
I've got
because of the
that-
long strider.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, this is an interesting night, guys. It's not where I was expecting this to go at all.
So I rolled 21 on sleight of hand.
Okay,
Oh,
Go-
you're rolling great on that.
go
Just
ahead.
terrible on lockpick.
and make another check, and this is probably the last one I'll let you have.
Come on, God patron dude. Nope. 10.
Okay, so you continue to try and pick the lock, and no luck. But clearly, there's been plenty of distractions. You look around, you see that Kiejee is surrounded, and all of your other friends are gone.
Well, I'm still a guard, so I'll just try to blend in.
Bye, Kiejee.
You need to run.
Yeah, no, that's plan number 2. So if I'm on top of a cart and the spears can barely reach me, I want to jump onto the next cart, jump as far as I can, and run.
Okay, go ahead and make an acrobatics check for me.
Which one of these
Get
losers
going.
do I use?
You could test your fate with
I'm on Assassin's
my
Creed.
dice.
This is good.
Okay, I'm gonna try this one.
I think in Assassin's Creed you have a better chance of escape than this.
Blend.
Yes.
And tossing coins always works too.
Yeah.
That's exactly where my idea came from. I just
That's a
it
12.
didn't work to my favor.
A 12?
Yeah.
Okay.
To
Um,
Frogger my way onto the next.
I would say you're able to get there enough. Go ahead and make one more acrobatics check for me.
Do you get down to the ground?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Eight.
Okay. So you're able to jump off, and you try and roll. You kind of fall a little bit. I'd say you get about half movement at that point just from getting back up. And the guards try and start to close in. And they were not expecting you to be jumping from cart to cart. So you're able to get up and try and make your escape at this point.
Okay. So I'm just gonna use my dash action, and I'm going to run as far as my little legs will
So
take
it's
me.
about 90 feet per turn.
Yeah, do you have bonus action dash now?
Gotta go fast.
So for the sake of this, you're gonna outrun them just because of your dash action as a bonus action, and you're able to get away narrowly.
Wow.
So miraculously, all of you pretty much escape.
Jeez.
You end up in the arena with the other guards.
Yeah, I was gonna try to step away before I got into the arena. Just
Okay.
going on a patrol or whatever, and then try to figure out where everyone is.
Okay, sounds good. So this is I'm just gonna kind of narrate this next part, just so that you guys kind of understand the context here.
Hope we didn't miss anything.
I mean, we get to see the fight, right?
Got lit on fire this
two-
time. Well, actually.
Just scatter wherever you need to. I imagine you get your top back on at some point.
Yes, I put it back on. So it's beat red.
While running.
Well, more than usual.
Normally she's ash gray.
Oh, I guess that's true.
You're able to go find a drink somewhere, I imagine, unless you're trying to get back in touch with other people.
I'd probably try and find either Saw or Mossy.
I'd say you two find each other. You're able.
Ran in the opposite direction.
You're just getting out of there. I imagine crying.
Luckily, at this point in time, they're looking for a black tabaxi because
You are still disguised.
That is true, I am. So
Now they're looking for a black tabaxi and a tiger tabaxi.
The funny thing is I was going to mention washing off beforehand and I forgot to, so oops. Oh well.
Did I see which direction everyone went? I imagine I saw
You would have seen me.
Yeah,
Because I'm
everyone
Yeah,
Everyone's cast away.
you'd see where she went. These two, you were too focused on the lock picking.
I also lost like 30 silver, so.
Then I think I just would have tried to head in whatever direction I saw Mossy go.
Okay. And then, so you guys go that way. You two end up in the arena. At some point, heavily guarded. They're letting you come and watch the fight.
That's so nice.
Primarily because they need guards there. And the dungeon is not exactly an easy place to get to. So,
So just pulling double duty and guarding
Yes.
you and guarding in the arena at the same time.
We got front row seats.
Well, this is exactly what we wanted.
This is
Thank
exciting.
you so much for bringing us in.
all right.
You all are very nice.
At least the two spellcasters are there.
Yeah.
So
We're in.
here's what you guys observe as you're in the arena,
Are we in the
and I'd say
spray
you're
area?
too far away to cast any spells effectively.
Well, we wouldn't.
Just so you're aware.
Well, except for your friends. We
So-
don't even know what they look like, though.
As you settle into your seats for the evening's matchup, not great seats, mind you, you find that you see a few skirmishes as you wait, primarily not to the death, and most of them are occurring between like Yapa and Kiejee nobles who are just fighting for prestige and whatnot, but keeps the crowd entertained enough. But eventually, the crowd starts to get louder and more rambunctious, and you can sense the anticipation in the arena as people start to move about less and settle into their seats. Hear the final clang of metal heard from the last fight, and the announcer shouts out, "For the moment you all have been waiting for, a bout of death where only one side will walk from the arena drawing breath. Our champion has not been challenged in this way for some time, but the last time we had a handicap match, we watched a master butcher at work. Our rising challengers are hoping to swing luck to their side tonight in this disadvantaged fight. They have each had their own success solo in the arena and are hoping to advance their careers tonight. Rumor has it that this is not their first fight together, and that may play to their advantage. Now I present you the contestants to the title, Suratik and the Kugani." And you see Suratik, Spike, and the Kugani, Oriana, step out onto the arena, and two spears in hand, shields, and Suratik's very large, not as big as the Minotaur is, but quite large himself, and the Kugani, well built. Oriana rather well built, but small, as tieflings tend to be about human size. The announcer speaks up again. "You remember the dismemberment of Zassus, the beheading of Jabanlim, and none of us can forget the evisceration of the Tabaxi twins. Will our champion give us another slaughter tonight, or will he finally taste death's embrace? I give you the Lord of Slaughter, Hanogar!" And the crowd roars as those in the arena rise to their feet. A hulking figure stoops through the arena gate and rises slowly. The bull's head of Hanagar rests atop a bare chest of solid muscle. A hand axe sits in his right hand, and a large round shield of bronze is brandished on the left. As the great black head rises to its full height, you see from hoof to crown, the Minotaur stands 10 feet tall. It looks across the arena and bellows a war cry. The Minotaur then rushes forward, immediately smashing into Suratik. He tries to dodge out of the way. He is knocked back, taking a graze in the shoulder. The Kugani lowers her spear as Hanagar turns and swings his axe down again and again. An echo reverberates across the arena despite the raucous uproar from the crowd. The axe smashes again, while the Kugani strains against the power of Hanagar. The shield is ripped away, and the Kugani rolls away just as the axe comes smashing down again. She thrusts with her spear and penetrates flesh. Hanagar bellows again, and hits the Kugani with his shield. She soars backward 15 feet, and rests still. Hanagar breaks the spear shaft with a small beam of wood sticking from his thigh. He walks toward the Kugani, who begins to shake herself up. She stumbles backward as Hanagar closes in. He rests a hoof on her chest, and rests his axe on her head. He raises the axe and begins to swing down. Just as the blow begins to fall, a spearhead pierces through his gut as gore splatters on the Kugani. Hanagar is lifted into the air and slammed backward away from Oriana, the Kugani. Suratik clambers over Hanagar as his spear shaft breaks in half, the spearhead still embedded in Hanagar's gut. As Hanegar tries to grapple with Surotic, he is pinned to the ground. Surotic opens his jaws wide and latches onto Hanegar's neck, and slowly crushes the life from the Minotaur. Over the course of several minutes, Hanegar eventually falls still as the crowd sits in silence. As Surotic rises, blood streaming down his arm and jaws, he goes and helps the Kugani to her feet. As they walk towards the arena gate, the crowd erupts in cries of excitement and summoned anger as gambles come to fruition. The announcer bellows over the crowd, "What a match! We will see some excitement at the end of the week when the Kugani and Surotic compete for the new championship position. We will all have something to look forward to at the end of festival week." And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
I didn't even need to do anything! We went to jail for nothing!
And most of us didn't even get to see the fight.
Yeah, we got to see it.
Well, thanks for listening. We really appreciate it.
You have been listening to Rollfair, a D&D podcast. Produced, recorded, and mixed by SF Shields. Executive produced by the Rollfair team. Copyright 2021 by Rollfair LLC.